Hello everyone! It's that time of year again. Paintball Extravaganza is upon us, and we are going to talk about some of the stuff that is being shown off there. Obviously, this stuff is not out yet, so I don't actually physically have it to show you. That would be cool, but we'll throw some pictures up so you at least know what I'm talking about. And I guess I'll establish some ground rules first. There's a lot of stuff they show off there. We're gonna try and focus on the stuff that is either like brand new being announced, like right there at PBE, or things that maybe like were announced recently, but like this is the first time anyone's actually been able to like see that thing as opposed to just an announcement of that thing. Also, we're not really gonna cover anything that's just like, it's this in a new color, because if we were covering all the new colors that are like available for products, this video would be like 40 minutes long. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna focus on new things. And in no particular order, I'm gonna start with Empire. They actually showed off their Empire 6 1.5, which is, you know, like an updated version of the Empire 6. It's just got some minor changes, improvements. They just kind of generally made it better. Also, as for like the nitty-gritty details, I'll tell you guys right now, like not gonna go into too much detail about any of that stuff. Again, trying to keep the time on this video not too long, but don't worry, we're gonna be doing videos on all of these things once they are actually available. So like, there will be more details coming, don't worry. Moving on, there is, again, this is not actually like new, but they were showing it off and it's still pretty new, is the Tippmann Stormer, which is a TMC again. Essentially, it does literally everything a TMC does. It can't do anything a TMC can't do, and it just looks slightly cooler, slightly more updated. It kind of looks like the awkward love child of like a Cronus and a TMC. So yeah, there's that. As for Eclipse, they've got a bunch of new stuff this year. They've got quite a few things to talk about, which is neat. The Geo 4 they were showing off, it's essentially their idea of bringing the Geo into like the current era. They're trying to modernize it, make it like competitive with stuff that's out now, which is always cool. I'm sure people appreciate that. There is the LV 1.6, which again, it's an improved sort of updated LV1. It's not meant to be like the LV2. It's not meant to be like a huge step forward, but it does have some improvements. It's hoseless for one, and there's some like other minor details and stuff. So that's always cool. Something a little bit more like, ooh, is they actually showed off a mechanical CS2. So it's the CS2, but it's mechanical, which is like pretty neat. I think that's really cool. I always like seeing these like mechanical versions of like tournament style markers. I think that's really interesting. I think there's a big market for that. Not a lot of people like electronics and batteries, so it's always cool to see new mechanical stuff. This next one is actually really exciting, and this is their new Quake Barrel. And the Quake Barrel is essentially like a collaboration between Eclipse and Karmatech. Karmatech being the ones that make the Nemesis barrels. So if you are familiar with a Nemesis barrel, if you've ever used a Nemesis barrel with First Strikes, you know that these are like some next level good barrels, like, oh man. So the fact that Eclipse is making essentially their version of a Nemesis barrel with Karmatech for the MG100, that is exciting. That's really cool. If you have an MG100, you should be excited about this. It does have a removable tip so that you can put like your own like other sort of extended tips on the end if you wanted to make it longer. The one they showed off was like fairly short. I have no idea if they're doing other lengths or anything like that. Who knows? But still very exciting. It's, you know, it's a rifled barrel for your MG100 that's basically purpose built for First Strike. So yeah, stoked. And the thing that I think has is turning the most heads from Eclipse, and that is their continuous feed 20 round mag for the MG100. If you're familiar with MG100 mags, it's the 20 round mag is basically you got 10 rounds, then you have to take it out, flip it, put it in, you get another 10 rounds. This is no longer the case. Now it's just a smooth 20 the whole way around. It is First Strike compatible, so of course that's awesome. I'm not sure if it works in the die dam though. That is something that I honestly just don't know. If you do know the answer to that, if you could leave that in the comments, that would be appreciated, because I'm sure a lot of people want to know that, me included. But still exciting, still a continuous 20 round mag for the MG100. So I know lots of you are probably really stoked on that. Yeah, Eclipse, bringing lots of cool new stuff. Love it. Now we're gonna move on to First Strike, who also have lots of cool new stuff, in no particular order, they have a drop-down ASA now, which is like, you know, not the craziest, fanciest thing in the world, but like mega useful, like mega useful. I'm sure lots of people out there who have T15s are going to be picking one of these up. If you're not sure why you'd want one, basically the drop-down ASA just like, it moves the ASA on the back of your marker like an inch lower, around an inch. That is going to make it a lot easier to get behind any kind of optics or sights on your marker. If you've ever, you know, if you have a marker and a mask on and you try and get behind your sights, you'll find that the stock kind of interferes with your mask. It's really hard. Most people have been compensating with that by using a riser with your optic. But now, if you want to do the drop-down ASA, you might not have to use a riser anymore. And a lot of people don't like risers just because it kind of messes with the aesthetics. I know that's a minor gripe, but like, I have those gripes. So yeah, it's going to make your marker look cooler. It's going to make it more comfortable, easier to get behind the sights. I like that. I think that's great. The next thing is, and again, this was announced not long ago, but like we actually got to see it now, is their new half-pint tank, which is a 15 CI 4500 tank. So it's you know, it's about that big. It's the same diameter as a 13 CI, slightly longer. It's like, I don't even think it's like not even an inch longer, something around that. And it holds way more, like way more. So it's still gonna be able to go into any kind of like an air tank stock setup, but you can fill it to 45 instead of 3000, and it's a 15 CI instead of 13. So it's a lot more capacity, like a lot. You're gonna be able to carry way more ammo when you're running one of these versus a 13 CI. So I'm very excited about that. I need that in my life. I don't know about you guys, but like, I want that real bad. Moving to the exact opposite end of the spectrum, like they have the new Tallboy Tank, and I think that's officially what they're calling it. So I think that's rad. But the Tallboy is, it's like 183 CI, I think. I might have to double check that, but I think it's 183 CI. And it's essentially like a portable fill station. Like, this is not an air tank that you want to carry around with you. This is an air tank that you want to use to fill other air tanks. So it's got like a different regulator, all that stuff. You would use it as basically like a small portable fill station, which I think is really neat. Like, if you're playing somewhere that doesn't have a compressor, or, you know, you're just like playing in your backyard, or you just want to fill a bunch of tanks at home so you can work on your stuff or whatever. You fill up this bad boy and then you've got tons of air and you can fill your other tanks off of that. So I think that's really cool. I think that's really useful. It's not for everybody, but it's gonna, you know, it's gonna open up more possibilities of playing in more places, which is great. Then this is another thing that like they have shown off previously, but again, this is one of the first times anyone's ever been able to like see it and touch it and put their fingers on it and stuff, and that would be the new Scout bolt action rifle. It's a First Strike bolt action, so there's not much more to say about that. I don't actually know much more about it yet. It looks really cool. It's a bolt action. If I knew more, I would tell you more, but we're just gonna have to wait to get our hands on it, but I'm obviously excited about that. I'm sure some of you are too. Now, I'm sure most of you have been waiting for this, just patiently. Obviously, the thing that I wanted to talk about the most, and probably the thing that made the most waves when they showed it off, which is the First Strike Roscoe revolver. They have made a revolver, and it's awesome. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. Like, I really want one of these. It is 50 caliber. It is like full metal construction. It is obviously fully compatible with the 50 cal First Strike rounds, which is great. It would be weird if it wasn't. It looks amazing. It's got a real working action. The hammer actually like works the way it should. It's like, it comes with 2 of those cylinders. So like, I really want one of these in my life. Like, they look really nice. It's like a full-scale 1-to-1 real action revolver. When you reload it, it's actually break action. Like, the whole front sort of bends down on a hinge. You just pull the cylinder out, put the new cylinder in, and yeah, I'm really excited about that. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about that. That is supposed to be available very soon. So hopefully I'll be able to do an actual like hands-on cool video on that really soon. But yeah, What do you guys think? Is there anything we missed? Is there anything that like you saw coming out of PBE that you were really excited about and I totally didn't mention? Because that is definitely a possibility. If there's anything like that, you should let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think of the stuff you've seen. Like, what are you guys excited for? What do you think you want to pick up once it's actually available? What do you think is like gonna change the game? Because I don't know, man, like a 15 CI 45K tank, like I'm all right with that. I think that's gonna make like my life pretty different. But what's gonna change your lives? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thanks for watching.